Good morning, Ralph. How are you doing? My mess in the background. My mess. Good. Who else is in here? Oh, my computer is driving me insane. Excuse me while I punch it. It helps. The loud noise goes away, even if just temporarily. I need a new laptop. Hello, David. I gotta do a water change on that fish tank. When you got two giant snails and goldfish and all four of them are messy fish, it's a recipe for cloudy water when it is overdue to be changed. And it is overdue to be changed. I'm not too bad. Not too bad. I'm still tired, but I think it's just I really am trying to recover from 11 and a half hour workday, a very physical workday. Hello, Wandering Haggis. How are you today? And I've just been trying to catch up on my sleep, or not catch up, but like catch up plus recover, because earlier in the weekend I didn't get a lot of sleep then either. So I've been just trying to catch up on my rest the last couple of days, but I didn't do anything yesterday besides just relax. So today I've got to do things like the fish tank. The fish tank needs to be done. Oh, no, not a milkshake. This is my coffee, actually. My coffee. Gotta have my coffee in the morning. Your dog tired today? I didn't want to get up this morning. I went to bed early the last 2 nights, though, so I've gotten plenty of sleep. I just feel wiped out. It's another gorgeous day. I could sit outside again, but then I feel like the traffic is distracting. The traffic driving by is loud. And those two fish that you see swimming in that cloudy water, that's Dorito and Cheeto. Um, and then there's one of the snails up there on the glass. The other one's down at the bottom. But yeah, they definitely I should have cleaned them before I went live, because then it would be nice. Nice viewing. Nice for viewing. But if I clean them today, after the stream, it'll look nice for tomorrow. Oh, thank you. I never could put down on a questionnaire when it says what color are your eyes, and I'm like, not real sure, because they give you basic choices, and mine are like a blue, green, gray. They never have that option on a questionnaire, blue, green, gray. I think they look more blue today, but it's probably because I'm wearing blue. Will you do a work vlog to see what you do on here? I don't know if they would allow me to. Yeah, I don't know if they would allow me to. They don't even like customers knowing that we have dogs in isolation because they're sick. You know, if we have a Frenchie that is not out on the sales floor, and if someone asks if we have a Frenchie, no, not right now, we don't. Not, yeah, we do, but it's in isolation being treated for an illness. You know, there's a lot of things, and a lot of what I do involves those dogs. So, and not just, I mean, it involves the dogs that are on the sales floor too, but it does also involve the dogs behind the scenes that the customers don't get to see because we're treating them. They see a vet, in between seeing a vet, I'm giving them their meds every day when I'm there. Whatever kennel tech is working gives them their meds, feeds them, cleans up after them, that kind of thing in between when they see a vet. And when the vet clears them, they can go back out onto the sales floor. But in the meantime, they're just not. And if someone swears that, they saw the website and it says we have this dog, but where is it? We just say we're waiting for the vet to clear the dog before, you know, before it's available. Hey, Barry, you streamed when I had to get back. I'm sorry, I couldn't help it. I had in the morning I had to bring Ian back to um, where he's staying so he can drop off his stuff, and then I had to bring him to work. So by the time I got home, that was the only time I could stream. Yeah, I have to clean it today. I gotta clean it today. It's cleaning the fish tank day. But that's hot Cheeto and Dorito back there, and one of the snails up on the glass. But yeah, it does need to be cleaned today. And after I started my live, I thought, I probably should have just gone a little bit later and cleaned it first. But it'll be clear for tomorrow. Hey, rude. Which live? The one that I already talked about? I already told you about that one. Unless you went again, I didn't see another one. Yeah, that fish tank will get cloudy because I need to get them into a bigger tank. When you have two messy fish in there and two messy snails in there, it messes up real fast. So they technically need to be in something bigger. But my motivation for cleaning out the 55 in the garage is just like, yeah, the cat's trying to take over. What do you want? What do you want? Do not walk across the keyboard. Thank you. Dog times people out with her nose on my phone. Who knows what the cat'll do if she walks across the keyboard. Fish tank water. If you watch long enough, she'll probably go back there and drink out of it. Although she drinks out of the sorority tank water a lot more than she drinks out of the goldfish. Do you think I'm good? I think you need practice. I mean, you said you were too nervous to speak, and it was only me. You talk to me all the time. Maybe not with your voice, but you couldn't even say to me verbally. So you need to practice. You definitely need to practice. My clutter back here. This is all our movies, and there's games, a couple of Wii controllers, movies and games stacked everywhere. Yeah, but with chat and stuff. What do you mean? Like, because I've only been in really one that was working. Yes. The fish are still doing well, even if it's cloudy. I think they've grown a little bit too since I got them. They're a little bigger. Oh, you talk to me all the time here, yeah, but not in. You couldn't even verbally say "hmm" in yours to me. That's why I'm saying you just need to practice so that you can be verbal in your own streams. She apparently likes the fish flavor. Um, the sorority tank never gets like this, but they're not as dirty fish. The sorority tank is beta fish. So even when they're overdue to be cleaned, the tank is never this cloudy, never cloudy like this because they're just not messy fish. But she drinks out of their tank all the time. This is the only tank I ever have that gets cloudy because goldfish are messy fish and snails are messy snails. Yes, practice makes perfect. It'll be less nerve-wracking the more you do it. My first live, yes, I was a nervous wreck, but I still did talk. So you just kind of have to, you just have to do it. You just have to do it, and the more you do it, the more comfortable you'll get. Fish and chips are yummy. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. So that orange goldfish that, I mean, I'm sure you could see the orange. That's hot Cheeto. And the other one that's blending more into the fog is Dorito. He's black and white, and he's got some orange in him. You should have talked. You should have talked. Yes, what happened to talking? Because you didn't even, you couldn't even make a audible noise. Oh, it was funny though. The C Squad, hello, how are you? How you doing today? StreamYard changed up a little bit. They've updated their stuff because it looked different when I was setting up this morning. I would never work up the motivation to clean a fish tank. The fish would be floating belly up. I do end up not always doing the water changes as I should. My motivation, I lack motivation anyway because of my depression and anxiety. So if if my motivation is like they're a week overdue for being cleaned out, which is why it looks like that. My husband does his right on like the bigger tanks. He doesn't miss. And if he looks at the filters and they don't look too bad, he may skip a week. Um, but otherwise, he does them every other weekend. And I am not as good. I am not as good. That which is why like I have wanted to get an axolotl. I have wanted to have an axolotl, but that's another aquatic animal that needs a water change, and that's what's kept me from getting one. You have depression too? Yeah, it sucks. Depression and anxiety together, it sucks, and it does mess with my motivation, which is why, where am I? Over here, this clutter looking with the games and the movies. That's why it looks like that, because I could care less about organizing it. I just, I don't have the motivation to sit there and organize it. It's just the way it is. The AC is built into that window. We cover it up, but that AC is built into that space. That isn't even a window. That is actually just a board around it. It's built in. So it stays. It just gets covered up. The other ACs upstairs come out of the windows, but that one has to stay there. It is 50 degrees right now. I could be sitting outside in 50 degrees right now. Excuse me. It is 50 degrees. But I love it. I love it. Didn't have to turn on the AC in the bedroom last night. Oh, there's the other snail. He's made his appearance. He was down at the bottom, way down at the bottom, hiding in the plants earlier. Everything is digital now upon that mess of DVDs off on Youngberry. Yeah. My husband does want to get rid of all of it. And I'm like, no. A lot of those movies, he was like, when was the last time we watched them? I'm like, that's not the point. The point is, if I have a hankering to watch something, it's there. The games, some of the games, yes, we could get rid of because they're Wii games and we don't use the Wii anymore. Hey, Patrol Gaming, how are you doing? Can I get a friend discount? We have Donkey Kong something or other for the Wii. Um, Movies, I don't know. We have one of my movies is a Blu-ray, and our Blu-ray player went to crap, so we don't even have a Blu-ray player anymore, which is sad. If anything, I would probably take them to we have a store called Disc Replay. Probably bring it there and trade them all in, or like get money for them. They have to test them all first, make sure they work. You're growing a mustache? It's around that time to start growing facial hair, Barry. Even my son, 17 years old, he has to shave here. He gets a little bit of a. We have a PlayStation 4. We also have a Wii, but we don't use it anymore. Really. PlayStation 4 we have. My stepson had an Xbox, but he sold it. You don't like having things or memories? I'm a pack rat because of that. I'm like, there I have a connection to this. Like my husband, we have a bin in the garage with my son's kindergarten schoolwork in it. His worksheets and stuff. We have a little bin. It's about like that with worksheets in it. And he's like, "Why are we keeping this?" And I'm like, "This is my kid's first year of school, kindergarten work." He's like, "Have you looked at it since kindergarten?" No. But doesn't mean that I won't one day just to reminisce when he's an adult. I mean, he's 17 now. But when he's an adult, I can look through and go, "Oh, way back when he was in kindergarten." I'm that kind of person that keeps things, and it drives my husband crazy. The PlayStation 4 would play the Blu-rays. Hmm, I'll have to try that then. Average girl. He actually has more than Peach Fuzz Berry. Now he does have more than Peach Fuzz. It used to be that when he started to get the Peach Fuzz, he would shave like once every 2 weeks. Now he has to do it more often. You have an Xbox One. I think that's what um, my stepson had, and then he sold it. But we have the PlayStation 4, although right now the PlayStation 4 is with my son because we bought it for the whole family, but at the same time we bought it more for him. Um, so right now he's staying at his aunt and uncle's with his dad, and he has it there. So I haven't shaved in 10 months. Well, yeah, because you want that. You want that there. Yeah, I gotta do that. I wish I did the fish tank before my live. It would have looked so much better, but it's gonna have to be clear for tomorrow and not today. My mom said she was tired of carrying around all her childhood stuff when she moved and asked me if I wanted my baby book and other crap. I was like, heck no. Oh, see, I don't have his baby book anymore because in a different house that we were living in when he was 6 or 7 when we lived in that house, and the basement flooded, and a lot of my stuff that was in boxes in the basement it got ruined, including his baby book. I was very upset. Cahill Meister, hello, how are you? Yeah, I'm a pack rat when it comes to keeping things because I might want to look at it later or, I might need it later or whatever, but yeah. And my husband hates clutter, so this here drives him insane. Drives him insane. It's a good thing he loves me, or he'd probably be gone already. Because he hates clutter and the house has clutter. He doesn't even like, I have a bookshelf in the hallway upstairs and it's full of books. He just wants, he was like, "You read them already, get rid of them." And I'm like, everybody, who doesn't have a bookshelf with books in their house? Just because you read it doesn't mean that you can't keep it and maybe read it again later or let someone borrow it or whatever. It's just a bookshelf with, yeah, it's got some things on it it doesn't need to have on it, but I'm not going to get rid of all my books because, he wants it gone. I don't know. You should go live when I get home. You can. You can. You'll have to talk. Talk. Got my birth certificate and social security card to prove my existence. That's all. Yeah. That's funny. I don't know. When someone says hi to you, say hi. Something like that. How's everybody's day going? Yeah, most books are online now, and I do have, hello. I do have a lot of books on my Kindle. I have a Kindle Fire, and I have a lot of books on there too. But sometimes it's nice to actually have a book with pages. I don't think so, but I just didn't really want to sit on it and attract anything. But yeah, I do have a lot of books. I just don't want to pay money to get those books on, a Kindle version. But so, Bella? Oh, Bella! I thought, wait a minute, did I not take her out of the bedroom? But yes, I did. I have a huge box of books when I said I wanted to be an English major. I've been slowly loading them up. I actually have a couple of boxes of children's books downstairs. They were all books that were Ian's when he was little, and I don't even want to part with those. Because honestly, when the kids have kids, they can use them for their kids. I still have I still have a book. It's actually back here on the computer desk. I have a book that was mine when I was a kid. And my mom still has, if I look at the bookshelf in my old bedroom, some of my books from when I was a kid are still there. And she uses them for the grandkids. So I don't want to get rid of everything. And that's another thing that's driving my husband crazy is that there's a box of books downstairs that are just taking up space. But you don't want grandkids. So far, I don't have grandkids, but my stepchildren are adults now, so what do I say after I say hello? You just let things happen naturally. Let things happen naturally. You've been to enough live streams to see how people do it, right? Yeah, he's just a baby. He's younger than my son. His birthday's this month. He'll be 17 soon, but he's a little bit younger than my son. How was work? It was boring. I think he's asking if your parents are cool with you being on YouTube, like in chats and stuff. Correct me if I'm wrong. Hot Cheeto and Dorito are swimming around. I think they're hungry. I think they're hungry. Give me a second. Look at all my clutter and the wallpaper coming off the wall. I want the wallpaper to come off the wall though. It's awful. Give me a sec. There we go. All right. They were hungry. Don't think my parents care. Plus, it's kind of my choice. Well, it's their choice to You're minor, so it's on there. She's microwaving and it's messing with my connection. Hey, Mr. B, how are you doing? With Oscar? Yeah, froze for a second or whatever. Mike with it does that. It's funny because this and microwaving and I'm like, yeah, because it disrupts his connection when he's playing. Sorry. No, it doesn't run. Disrupts the. Yeah, it messes it for some reason when the microwave gets all screwy. Sorry. But yeah, it does that. It messes when it's running. My son will yell at me when he's in the middle of a Destiny. Oh, she's pushing buttons again. Hold on, guys. Just in case. It's not even just the. It's not even that particular microwave. It's any microwave. The only microwave we've had. The microwave when it broke, and it's the. I don't know, with the frequencies screwy. I don't think anybody else did see your live, Barry, because you're doing it from a different channel than this one, and I'm the only subscriber, so no one else is going to get a notification. But yeah, I don't know. The frequencies get all screwed up, but when Ian is in the middle of a Destiny uh some sort of thing, he gets all upset with me when I've turned the microwave on because it kicks him out. He did. He really did go live. He did. But it was very short and he wouldn't talk. I saw he was drawing, so we could see his drawing, but he would not say anything. No, the coffee maker's fine. The coffee maker doesn't give me any fits. Yeah, he loves Destiny. He left his poster here. I got to show you his poster. It's a Destiny poster. It's got every character, pretty much every character from Destiny in the poster. Yes. You keep kicking me out.
Oh, I'm making some pizza bagels.
Ooh.
Yeah, they're my favorite.
Oh, I'm surprised I'm not kicked out now. She's still running the microwave, guys, so if I disappear, blame her.
Yeah, that's my fault. I still can't believe that Renee is doing that today.
I know. He may be a.
And then she's having the kids lie for her.
Yep. Yep.
I thought they were just separated. Apparently now they're definitely.
Well, they are separated, but I think, how can you say all of that and then go back? I don't think she's planning on going back.
Definitely going to get divorced now.
All right, let me get the poster. I want you guys to see it. He's so proud of it. He bought a frame so that he can frame it. He loves this poster. So that's his Destiny poster. It's got every Destiny character on it. Sorry for the glare. He loves this thing. loves this thing. So he bought this frame and he framed it and he actually hung it on the wall on the stairs, even though it could go in his room. But yeah, he loves this thing. So, and actually, the male rat, the really pretty rat that he gave to his girlfriend that he named Cade, this is Cade right here. So, yeah, he loves this poster. Yeah, yeah, he's addicted to it. He really is. And he earned a pin. He said it took many weeks. It took 33 weeks, I think he said it was 33 weeks for him to earn this pin. And he did have to pay about $20 for them to like make it, but then he didn't have to pay for the pin itself or anything. And it's a very nice pin. He's very proud of it. His achievements. Yep, he is very hardcore Destiny. Very hardcore Destiny. Yes, I remember dial-up too. I remember saying something to Ian about just imagine like if you had dial-up and he's like, dial-up? What's dial-up? I said, oh, you have to listen to this terrible noise. I wonder if we can anybody too young to know dial-up? I'm gonna see if I can find it. The sound here. I don't miss that. That's dial-up, Barry, when you have to connect to the internet. We didn't have Wi-Fi back then. You actually had to use your phone line and basically call the internet and it would connect. And nobody could call you while you were on the internet because your phone line would be busy because it used your phone line. That was the noise every time you wanted to connect. Yep. When I was dating Ian's dad, that's what we had to use, dial-up. Takes you back to your youth. How old are you? You look young to me. Takes you back to your youth. I think we had dial up until I moved out of the house. I married Ian's dad, and when I moved out, my parents still had dial up. They didn't get Wi-Fi until after I moved out. But we had dial up the whole time otherwise. It's 2001 all over again. uh, what's SJW? Am I that old that I don't know what's SJW? So, oh, okay. I don't speak in abbreviations very much. But yeah, I remember having to listen to that dial-up thing all the time. Just wanted to stop and briefly have a. All right, Trevor, have a good day. He's leaving before he could say how old he is. They're a bunch of toilet brushes. To freak out for the people who don't freak out. You're gonna spill things. Spill things. Clean insults. Yep. Toilet brushes, they clean. Well, toilet brushes are nasty though. They've cleaned the toilet and then they got all the nasty on the brush. So toilet brushes, ugh. You're 31. You're still so young. You're still so young. But you are old enough to know dial up. You just what? You just found a stray cat in your house? I've never found any stray cats in my house. I've found them in my duct work. I guess they were in my house to some point, to some degree, right? They were in my duct work, staring up at me in the vent in the floor. 31, creeping up on middle age. Aw, it was a Seal Point tomcat. I've never seen him before. Huh. It's like replacing all the cuss words with ice cream flavors or candy bars. Yes. Fudge! We have a really gorgeous Bengal at work. The Bengal that we had was a snow Bengal, so it was a very light color. And we sold her, but now we've got another Bengal, and oh my gosh, she's got like leopard spots. He is, I'll have to try and take a picture of him or something tomorrow when I go to work because he is a gorgeous cat. Gorgeous cat. And he's actually, for as gorgeous as he is, and like he's just a beautiful cat. He's about $2,000, but oh my gosh, he's a gorgeous cat. Cats aren't as gross as mold, right? Yeah. Say, cats aren't as gross. Say, look at all my clutter back there. Look at it all. Look at it all. That's because it came from another room, and it's all in bins and shit. And because I needed to take it out of one of the spare bedrooms so that Stacy could have the room. And I have no place to put that stuff, so it's just piled up in the corner. Drives my husband crazy. He's like, you need to go all through all that, throw things away. He was earring too. Hot Cheeto and Dorito are playing. You see them? I know it's hard to see them in the fog, but they were playing. Look at them chasing each other. My snails. One's on the front glass, one's on the back glass, which is why one looks foggier. Yeah. He was like, you need to go through all of that. And I'm like, I have no motivation to go through it. You never cleaned the you never cleaned the closet. Um, if you only cleaned that one day, Barry, it's probably not very squeaky anymore. It has to be maintained, and if you cleaned it that one day and haven't done anything since, it's not very squeaky. You ended up watching a movie. Hey, whatever works. See you right back there? It's a picture of Ian. Up, up, up. Right there. Right there. A picture of Ian. I love that picture of him. It's hard to see, but I love that picture of him. And then right over here, with all the movie clutter, is a newborn picture of him. Oh, that fish tank needs to be cleaned so bad. After this live stream, after I eat, I will be cleaning it. Do you guys want to see the mice? I'm going to try. I put most of them. I left the hoppers and the small female in the cage overnight, but I put everybody else back in the bin. But I'll move them from the bin into the cage so you guys can see some action. The two of the moms in particular, two of the females really love that wheel. I usually only see the small female and one of the other moms using it. Occasionally a hopper will jump in, and then one of the smaller female will get in there and like throw them out. Like literally throw them out. Start spinning and he goes, "Woo!" It's pretty funny. You should eat at the table. Eat at the table. Okay, let me I'll bring it over here and start putting mice into the cage so that you guys can see. So give me a second. You're going to have to stare at all my junk and my cloudy fish tank. Hold on. So right now, the small female and they're in the paper towel, so you can't see them. They're blending in. All right. I got to make some room for the bin here. Okay. All right, here's the bin. Water bottle on top there. Most of them are in the bed. Let's get them moved. Moved into the cage. Okay. I think I'll just put that on the floor. This. I'm waking everybody up. All right. Hey, Crystal. That's why I eat on the couch now. Not quite what she meant. All right, who wants to go play in the cage? All right, I got a mom. I got a mom. So put her in. All right. Grabbed a piece of poop. Okay. Here's another mom. Another mom. She's looking chunky. Okay. Here's Daddy. I think Daddy. I didn't see nipples. Come here. Oh, yeah. This is another mom. I got one more. One more.
Come here.
Yeah, another mom. So that other one was dad. All right, everybody's in the bin. Or everybody's not in the bin. Everybody's in the cage. I'm very careful when I do it. It can hurt them, but I'd rather do it that way than get bit. It probably scares them more than anything because they are thinking that they're gonna get picked up by a predator. Let's see. But yeah, I don't like picking them up by the tail, but I'd rather not be bitten. I don't do that with the rats. The rats are heavier and you can actually deglove them. Which means take like the entire outer layer of skin off their tail. And it can break. You can break their tail. We got action going on in here now. Let me send the link to myself so that I can put the phone on top of the cage so you guys can see them. A lot of people that are breeding them for feeders or whatever, they're not like at work. The salespeople come and grab the rats and the mice by their tails all the time to put them in boxes. Now, I do that with the mice if I have to get the mice out because they're harder to catch for one. So the best way to get them is by their tail. The rats, though, I never pick up by their tails. Even if I'm selling them as a feeder, I always pick them up normal. Okay. Gotta send a link to myself. What am I doing? Duh. Okay. There's a lot of activity going on in here now. Got 3 mice in the wheel. One's trying to walk. The other one's weight is keeping it from turning. They're like, what the hell? It's not working. All right. All right, let me see here. Lots of, and then they're squeaking a little bit too. I can hear some squeaking. Whoops. Actually. Okay. Copy. This is a pain in the butt to do this. Oh, Barry, have a good day, Barry. You'll learn how to do art. Here we go. Here we go. Open this up. There you go. Look at all that. Look at all that action. Look at all that action. There's 8 mice in there. We got the small female running on the wheel. I gotta clean it. Look at poop. Stop pooping in the wheel. Now that's the small female. Everybody else is just running around. They have a grand old time in here. When they get sick of playing, they just all curl up in the paper towel and have a nap. You guys gotta stop pooping in the wheel. Climbing the walls. I want to get another one of these cages, get some tubes, because on the ends here, these ends pop off and you can connect tubes. So you can make tubing tunnels and connect it to another cage so they can move from cage to cage through the tunnels. I want to do that, but I need money right now in order for them to be able to do that. I can't get another one yet. I think these cages are $25. I'd get a discount, obviously, but I don't have money right now to do it, so. That's one of the bigger moms on the wheel now. Not all of them know how to use it. When they haven't used them before, they just kind of get on there and they're like, "Ooh, this moves," and then they walk a little bit. And the ones that are running on it are the ones that have figured it out. They're like, "Oh, this isn't so bad." Yeah, poop in the wheel. Poop. You can hear me, right? Can you guys hear me? I just want to make sure because I muted my laptop mic to use my phone one. I just want to make sure that I'm assuming you would say that you can't hear me because you'd see me talking and hear nothing. But I'm assuming you can hear me. Tell me if I'm wrong. There we go. Okay, yay. You're little busies. Busybodies. There's two of them up on the back wall. They've climbed up. Oh, Mousie's getting stuck. He or she was oh she was behind the wheel and the one inside the wheel started turning it and she's like, I can't get out. Just stuck behind it. Yeah, I gotta clean that wheel. They've pooped in it. And then of course the smallest ones in there are the hoppers, but they look like little tiny miniatures. Miniature adults. When I said that to my husband, he was like, isn't that what babies are? They're miniature adults. I'm like, shut up. I meant that they're losing their baby faces. They look like adults, but just extra tiny. Can you hear all the squeaking? They sound like squeaky toys. Oh yeah, you are lagged. Refresh. Refresh. Yeah, I want to get another one of these cages so that I can attach them with tunnels, and then they don't have to stay in this tiny floor space. They can go through the tunnels and go to another floor space. But need some more money. And then they'd have another wheel. They wouldn't have to wait their turn for a wheel. One mouse per wheel. They'd have another wheel, so. Yeah, I could sit and watch them all day. It's pretty cool to watch them do their thing. So I'm wondering how many of these mamas are pregnant now. I mean, I would like to think by now Dad's knocked somebody up. Right? You'd think. I would like to think somebody's gotten knocked up in here. Actually, there is a mouse in here that looks like she's kind of breathing heavy. I might take her out just to observe. Make sure you're okay. Maybe you're pregnant. You look kind of fat. I'm going to take that one that's breathing heavy out. Give me a second. Give me a second. I'm going to move you. I'm going to move you. I want to take this one out. Actually, she's pregnant. She's fat. Either that or she's just bloated because something's wrong. But she's round. Like, if you look. Do you see? Oh, you're too far away. Let me unplug. She looks pretty round. Hey, do you got babies or are you sick? I'm gonna keep an eye on her. Yeah, I do have another bin I can put her in. But so when these guys come out of the cage and go into that bin, I can put her in something different just to kind of keep an eye on her. Hopefully it's pregnancy because you know, when they're big and fat, they, you know, as a pregnant woman, you kind of get winded. So maybe that same thing happens with mice. So hopefully it's just that she's pregnant. I guess we'll see. Keep an eye on her. But she does look around, so. I just want to make sure everything's good. Everything's okay. As we were just talking about, hopefully someone's getting pregnant. Yeah, I'll keep an eye on her. And I don't know, that small female, I could have sworn when I brought her home that she looked pregnant, but as she grows, she doesn't look, because she's bigger now than she was when I brought her home, like bigger in size as a mouse. But now she doesn't look pregnant anymore. So maybe she's just growing. Maybe she is pregnant, but she's kind of growing into the size. Maybe if she was just, it was just noticeable because she was small. I don't know. She might not have even been pregnant, but that doesn't mean that she can't get pregnant. So I guess we'll see what happens. She's standing on the food dish right now, the small one, the small female. But she doesn't look pregnant to me anymore, but maybe she's just growing into it, so it's hidden more or something. I don't know. I don't know what to think. Run, run, run as fast as you can. She really gets, once they start getting going and get used to that wheel, they really use it. That one wants in. That one wants in. Gotta share. Take turns. This is why we need another cage to attach with tunnels, because we'd have an extra wheel. Gotta take turns. Ew, all that poop in there. That'll be another thing I do later, is to pull the wheel out and give that a washing. Run, run, run. And I love how they change directions. Like, they'll run one way, they'll turn around and go the other way like they think they're going someplace. Like, why are you changing the direction that you're running? You're still not going anywhere. Look, she wants in there. Let her in. Take turns. Okay, wheels free. Who's getting in? Wheels free. There we go. Weren't you just in it? Oh no, well, that might be a different one because she's not running as quick. I could watch them all day. I don't know about you guys. I could just watch them all day do their thing. Just want to gaze in at this other one. How you doing? Hmm? You look like you're gonna get. You're pregnant. I hope that's pregnancy signs. Hmm? Hmm. It does kind of look like pregnancy, so hopefully that's what it is. Yeah, I love to just sit and watch. They are very cute. They've got cute little faces. And it used to be when I would go to work, I'd peek in on the rats. And then I'd be like, oh my gosh, and I'd end up bringing a rat home. Now, I mean, I still peek in on the rats, but the first thing I do is peek in on the mice now. And I'm like, what happened to me? I'm peeking in on the mice. I check in on the pinkies. I check in on the fuzzies. I check to see how many moms there are, because if we've got a lot of moms, I'll be like, hey, I'll take one home. Good morning, Gary. Yeah, they may nip. The only one that's really tried to nip me, though, is the dad. All of the other ones haven't really tried to nip me. But I want to protect myself, because they can be a lot like hamsters, where they'll clamp down and not want to let go. So I'd rather not. I'd rather not. So run, run, run! Nice. Money saver. Day is starting out pretty good for me. It's been pretty good. We're just watching my mice have some fun. Oh no, a curveball. It has rained here for 3 days. Wow, it's been nice here. I mean, it rained overnight, I think, the night before last. But during the day, it's been nice. You can't use the wheel from the outside. It's not how it works. You're going to fall off. You're going to fall off. Seriously, what are you doing? You got to go in the wheel. There, like that. That's how it works. You silly girl. You silly girl. Hi. I think everybody is getting tired of playing, besides maybe one or whatever, because they're all in a pile in the corner by the wheel. The babies are in the corner. Everybody else is in the corner. Except for this one that keeps wanting to use the wheel. Or two. I don't know if two of you can do it. It's not big enough. I guess you could try. They're doing it. Hey! Cooperation! I'm so depressed from this rain and winter on the way. Oh! Dogs are sunning themselves. Yeah, rainy weather does not help the mood, that's for sure. You look like you're getting pretty chunky too, Miss Mom. Maybe he has knocked a couple of them up. We're gonna, nope, we can't share. She wants in too, let her in. Can you share the wheel? No, I need another cage. So there's another wheel. Wheels free. Everybody's having a bath. Yeah, they are having fun. Everybody's having a bath. I usually leave them now. Since yesterday, I decided, I'll leave them in the cage so that they can play on the wheel and do whatever. And then later on in the day, I take them out, put them back in their bin because the bin floor space is larger. This just allows for them to have a little bit of fun. They can climb because they can't really climb in the bin. This allows them to climb on the bars, play in the wheel, that kind of thing. Get some enrichment, and then later on in the day, they go back into their bin. But I want to get another one of these cages so I can attach them with a tunnel. And then they can have two sides to go on, and there would be another wheel. More space for them to have some fun. I may be breeding them for feeders, but the ones that be in the baby factories deserve to have a little bit of fun. Yep, getting exercise. They deserve to have a little fun in between having babies. You're gonna fall out. She's getting really close to the edge. You're gonna fall out. Her feet get super close to the edge of the wheel as she's going faster and faster. You're gonna fall out. A speedometer on the wheel, yeah. How fast is she going? Are you drunk? You keep going to the outside of the wheel as you're running. Oh, gotta stop for a snack. It's time to eat. Who wants to next? Whose turn is it for the wheel? She got out to eat. Next. Wheels free. Anybody? Somebody. Wheels free. Nobody? Oh. Wheels free. There we go. Run. This one hasn't used it very much because she keeps stopping. She's getting used to it. There's a couple that are like Speedy Gonzales on it. They use it all the time, but the ones that are a little bit more slow on it, Haven't used it as much. They got to get used to it. There we go. Oh, are you cleaning your tail? That mouse, do you see? Holding the tail and licking it. I'm cleaning the end of my tail. That was cute. I want to watch one of the hoppers try and use the tail. Yeah, there's definitely turds in the wheel. I got to clean that. But yep, there's a turd on the paper towel too. The dog would watch him all night. Wow. Phew, excuse me. Well, you guys watch them for a second because I got to go to the bathroom. I will be back. Have fun. Hopefully nobody escapes while I'm there. The phone is in the way, but the door to the cage is open so that the phone will record. Hopefully nobody climbs. I don't think they can, but just in case, holler for me if you see someone escaping. Is everyone still all accounted for? Hey, Lisa! Oh, I just read what you said about the dog. The dog was afraid to sleep because his former owner took him to a shelter. when he was asleep. And oh, who will babysit? Babysit who? You'll babysit the mice? Yeah, every time I bring home another mouse or whatever, my husband was like, I just don't want you to overwhelm yourself, because you also got to think about who's taking care of the animals when we go on vacation. Because I already know that my one really good friend, she does not like rodents. She would look after my rabbit. She would not look after my rats or my mice. I'd have to find somebody else to do that. But honestly, I was like, wherever we go on vacation, if we have the mice in a bin, honestly, we could take the mice with us. That we could set the bin up in the hotel room. Who's gonna know? We never let maid service in, and they would just run around in there. The rats would be a different story. They would be harder to bring, but the mice are compact. So, I mean, I could bring the mice. The guy's wife was pregnant and they weren't sure if they could keep the dog. Well, dogs, I don't know. When dogs grow up with a baby, or I guess they don't grow up, it depends on how old the dog is, but dogs will tend to actually be protective of the baby. They're not going to hurt the baby necessarily. My dog was very protective of Ian when he was little. We had the dog first, and then we had Ian, and she was very protective. She would sit, I would lay him down on the floor on his blanket, and the dog would lay next to him. I knew what you meant. Yeah, I agree. Don't leave your baby if you don't trust the dog. And even if you do trust the dog, you're not supposed to leave animals and babies unattended. People worry about cats and babies too, like, oh, the cat's gonna jump in the crib and smother the baby and all of that. I had cats, and I had cats when Ian was a baby. There was no worries. They never jumped in the crib with him. And even if they did, they didn't sit on his face. A lot of things are wives' tales that people just get scared, and maybe some freak accident happened to somebody, and now all of a sudden you can't have cats with newborns, or whatever. Exactly. With or without pets, they're supposed to be attentive. Exactly. What happened to Cap? What happened? I pop in on his streams every now and again, but I clearly missed something. He did. Wow. When did that happen? Was that like yesterday or something? Hmm. Wow. It is a waste of taxpayer dollars, and all they can think about is how they, a lot of people that have done the swatting and got caught, a lot of when they're asked why they do it, it's for notoriety. It's for being able to brag and say, I pulled this off, is what a lot of them answer. They answer they wanted to be able to say that they pulled it off, that they could do it. And that's all it is. Just so that they can say, haha, how immature. Right. But obviously, though, he still got swatted. So what good did talking to them do? Is it still up? Is the stream still up? A lot of the mice are getting tired. They're in a little mouse pile in the corner. Okay, they didn't. Okay. Well, that's good at least. Yeah, I don't really care if a police officer comes to my door, knocks on it, and says, we got a call about this or whatever. Fine. Don't come in guns blazing. That's all I ask. So if cop has to come to my house because they got a call because somebody tried to swat me or whatever, whatever. I've had cops come to my door before. Like I I can't remember when my stepdaughter was probably about, I don't know, 13 or whatever she was, and she called 911 with a friend in the house, and then they left, and the cops came to my door. We got a 911 call, and I'm like, what? I've had cops come to my door. Not for a crime, but the stream's still up. Okay. Yeah, because in the meantime, some big thing can be going down somewhere in the city, and the SWAT team is busy uh, responding to a prank instead of going to where they're really needed, and that bugs me. Hmm. Yeah, he has. And as many followers as he does have, it could be anybody. That's one of my biggest fears, I think, about getting bigger, is that there's potentially more could happen. He got swatted, Lisa, yesterday. One of the numbers was all sixes. Huh. Sometimes I get phone calls, not a lot, but sometimes I get phone calls where the number that pops up is literally all zeros. I'm like, how does that work? How does that work? Hmm. Run as fast as you can. Yeah, I like my small channel. I mean, I want to hit 1K so I can, possibly get monetized. I mean, I already have the hours. I just need the 1K. Beyond that, as long as I'm in the 1K area, I don't care to get any bigger. If I do, I do. If I don't, I don't. I just want to hit the spot where I can get monetized and I can mobile stream. Beyond that, you know, I'm happy with, the small group that we are. Life in prison for having someone swatted? Boy, people that are abusive don't even get that kind of dude who killed a 2-year-old only got 40 years. Have someone swatted, you get life. I mean, good that they're getting definitely punished. Oh, yeah, when stuff like that happens, exactly. For anybody when it involves someone actually being killed, then I totally agree. Yeah, garnish their wages. My fishies have grown, you guys. It's hard to see them. Oh, I didn't want to do that. It's hard to see them, but they've grown. They've grown. A couple of weeks back, we had a swatting case here where a 19-year-old man was shot and killed by the police. I know. I know. And it's all for bragging rights. Look what I could do. Look what I pulled off. Do something more productive with your time, with your smarts. Do something more productive with your smarts. Like, honestly, how would they feel if it happened to somebody they cared about? And that person and the person they cared about got killed. How would they feel then about it? Yeah. But I haven't seen any specific people in there, except for like that one day that you mentioned. Hey, H7, how you doing? He lived in Tennessee. That's the wheel spinning. Hey, Denny, how are you doing? Unless you were asking about not literally shaking. I'm a literal person. Is that what's shaking? You're trying to talk? Is that what you're saying? It's going good. It's going good. Better now. I can't believe I got to work tomorrow already. I'm still recovering from Sunday. Sunday I had to work 11. I was at work for 11 and a half hours. So I'm still recovering from that because I've been exhausted. Today though, I got to do some stuff because as you can see right over here, that fish tank is very cloudy. They're about a week overdue of being cleaned out. So after my stream, that's what I'm doing, cleaning them out. Back in November, something called a shooter with the spoon. Ooh, there was a teenager from Tennessee. Yeah. My stepson lives in Tennessee. It better not have been him. No. Oh, got something in my eye. Might be my own hair, but yep, I gotta give the fishies clean water. So they're gonna get their water change after my stream. I gotta clean the house and clean up the fridge. If I've got time, I'll deal with the closet. Friends tonight, so I think I'm gonna game. Sounds like a plan. We still gotta give the cats a bath. Not looking forward to it at all. At all. H7, the grammar police. Sometimes it's just a typo. Evie's birthday was yesterday. How'd we miss it? Happy birthday, Evie! There we go. Late birthday celebration for Evie. Welcome back, Barry. Gary, you leaving? Let's see. I got wash. Everybody have a great day. Bye, Gary. Yeah, we've had some people coming in. Run, run, run as fast as you can. The other mouse wants in. Let her in. It's coming. Sadly, all of the pinkies died. And now I've only got 2 hoppers. One of the other hoppers died. So I got 2 hoppers, no babies. But I think we're missing I took a mom out of here and put her in the bin because she looks like she's pregnant. Well, she was breathing heavy, so I wanted to make sure she was okay, but she is kind of fat, so I'm thinking that she's pregnant. So I just have her separated from everybody else for right now. We got 2 walking around. We got the rest of them laying in the corner here. I don't know. I don't know how they died. I'm wondering if it was because I was using a surrogate for them, because originally when I moved mom and the babies from the drawer bin, she was too stressed out about the change to take time to lay in the nest with them so they can eat. So I took her out and put a surrogate in, and she was a nursing mother from work, so I knew she had milk, but she was a nursing mom for hoppers instead of pinkies, so I'm wondering if she didn't have enough milk. Maybe that's why. So I don't know, but you live and you learn. Next time I'll try not to surrogate them unless they've been moms to pinkies. I don't care for the metal ones as much. They're cheaper, but the metal ones are more risky for them. Like, they can get their toes stuck, their feet stuck. They can break toes, rip toes off, just get their feet stuck and cause injury. So I'm not real fond of wire wheels. I'm glad that this is plastic. I hate at work all our hamsters and gerbils and all of that in our displays. They have wire wheels. A lot of the time the wheels are too small for them. So when I can, I switch them out.
Even if I can't switch out the fact that they're wire, I've changed the sizes of the wheels for them because we'll have other ones in the back and they'll be like, well, this one needs a bigger wheel because they should be able to, when they stand on it or run, they shouldn't be bending their back. If their back has to bend to accommodate the wheel, then it's too small. And technically, this wheel is too small for the larger mice. It's not horrible. I mean, there's not a lot of bending in the back, but it can cause back problems for if you've got a pet that, you know, you don't want them to get a chronic injury because the wheel is too small. A back brace, right? But there was also this wire wheel that was completely different. It wasn't like a mesh wire wheel. It was literally like a steel wheel. And the spaces were probably about a centimeter apart. And I was like, that's ridiculous. Their entire leg can fall through. And then you know, they could break their legs. So I like totally ripped that wheel out and gave them a different one. I'm not a mouse guru, but are you supposed to pull the little ones once they start nibbling on regular food? Yes, I can pull them. Right now, everybody is just hanging out together. They are eating regular food, the little ones. So technically, they can be on their own and survive. But you know, they're also doing well, snuggling and being with the adults as well. Everybody's doing good together. Yeah. Like I was saying earlier, I want to get another one of these cages so that I can attach them with tunnels, because here on both sides, here and on the other side, you can actually attach tunnels. And I want to get another cage and attach them together with a tunnel, because then they'd have 2 floor spaces, tunnels they can go through, and 2 wheels. Yeah, that's a mom there. She's working on her figure. There are specifically two that use it more than the others. I don't know, whatever's in that dish is what they had for breakfast. That's what they're eating. I don't think she had anything different than anybody else. She just likes that wheel. The other ones don't really know how to use it yet. They haven't tried it. But this one and one of the other ones, they tested it out, and it was funny when they were getting used to it. They weren't running that fast. And then once they got used to it, they were like, oh, this is pretty cool. Yep, lots of energy. Hello. Wheels free. Who's next? Oh, she had to stop for some water. Back in the wheel? Back. Take your turn. Hurry up before she gets back in. Oh no. Take your turn before she gets back in. She isn't hiding drugs, I hope. Oh. Hickory Dickory is crude now. The mouse ran up the clock. Yeah, see, they like to snuggle together, so that's why I leave the hoppers in there too. They're not necessarily nursing anymore, but they like to snuggle with everybody, and the adults let them, so. Big old pile in the corner. Big old pile. And they'll groom each other when they're in their pile, and yeah. The dad is in there somewhere. amongst a pile of females and a couple of babies. Dickory. Dickory. Oh, a Tom Dickory. You can draw some mice. My in-laws costume is almost complete. Just gotta get her some jewelry and wait for her cake to come in the mail. Ooh-wee! That's exciting. I'm excited to see when everybody, like pictures for everybody when they're dressed up. Yeah, green tea is good for you. We don't have green tea, we have oolong tea, but it's got the same benefits as green tea for the most part. Yes, you are. I'm excited to see it. I'm old, not a fan of Halloween. I'm gonna be the only one here for Halloween. Ian's gonna be at his aunt and uncle's unless they allow him to come. But it's during the week, so he works during the day, but still. My husband will be out of town. Stacy will be sleeping because she has to work that night. I'll be the only one here for Halloween and awake. Do I want to give out candy or do I just want to chill? I don't know. I can live stream and give out candy at the same time. And I'll dress up. I'll put something on my face. Or just a cool filter. I could be the pickle. I'll be the pickle for Halloween. How about that? But yes, when she's talking costumes, she's talking about her wedding. You passed out candy last year? We never passed out candy when the kids were younger because we'd always be taking them out for Halloween to trick or treat. Now that they're all older and they don't want to do that anymore, now we give out candy usually. Yep, I know, Cab 7. We were just talking about what happened to him earlier. Yes, Pickle Passion's Halloween party. Yep, sounds like a plan. Or Michael Myers. I know, I'm gonna have to like pick it up with my mouth and throw it at them. Here you go. I could splash pickle juice. Yep. Have some pickle juice. Yeah, I'm sorry that happened to him. I was mostly Sonic almost all my younger Halloweens though. Really? Oh, what was Ian? Ian was Bumblebee one year. He was oh, why is the name lost to me?
um, the semi truck. What the heck is his name? I've lost it. I know what it is. He was a gorilla one year. He was, let's see, I'm trying to think. He was Eeyore when he was a baby. Yes, Optimus. Why couldn't I think of that? Oh, Mom, that pickle gave me a slobbery butter. Couple of years ago, he just got a black mask with no features on it and wore that to give out candy. But when he was actually trick-or-treating, he was Optimus Prime, he was Bumblebee, he was Eeyore, he was trying to think of some other things because he went trick-or-treating every year. I don't know why I can't think of other things that he was. Definitely a gorilla. I can't think of any other things. That's pretty sad. Oh my gosh! You went trick-or-treating as a beaten housewife. Wow. Well, my husband said, "Do you want to give out candy or no? Because if you don't want to give out candy, I'm not buying any candy." And I'm thinking, should I just tell him, yes, I'm going to give out the candy and then sit there and eat it myself? He won't know because he won't be here. I'm spreading awareness and getting candy. Wow. Everybody sleepy now? It's gotten quiet in there. Oh, somebody's getting groomed. Get out of her butt. That's the male that's grooming the females. And he keeps sticking his nose in their tushies, and they're like, "Get out of my tush." He's grooming the girls. Look at him go. Groom, groom, groom. No one can, yeah. People get butt hurt really easy. When I was in the 4th grade, I was a hobo. Back then, in my mind, I didn't know a hobo was a homeless person, but I was a homeless person for Halloween in the 4th grade. Back then, I guess it was not taboo. If I did it now, I'd probably be like shunned. But I remember wearing a flannel shirt and overalls, a black hat, black rimmed glasses. I used like charcoal to like put like a beard stubble on my face. I was a hobo for Halloween. And it was acceptable back then. Now it'd be like, oh, making fun of the homeless. Oh, you're terrible.
I should put put my head in a breathable plastic bubble and hang fish from it, like fake fish, and I could be a fish bowl. I know that that's not acceptable. Fish bowls are unacceptable, but I don't think I could pull off a fish tank. Yep. Yeah. There used to be the N word in that. I said I wanted to wear muumuus and yell at my 7 kids from. My mom used to make our costumes. I was a clown several times. I was a rabbit. She sewed all our costumes. I was a hobo. That one that wasn't sewable. That was just wear some nasty clothing and call it a day. I always wanted to be bacon one year. I want to go to the Halloween store this year, although my husband's not going to be here. And I want to be a ketchup and mustard bottle. I'll be ketchup. He could be mustard or whatever. Or the other way around. There's also a bacon and eggs costume. Barry! Burn! He burned me! My mom would put us in sweatpants and then paint our face. Yeah. Yep. I was a princess, a cheerleader, a gypsy, a hobo, and so I don't remember. Yeah. And I remember when my sister, a friend of ours in the neighborhood, she was a witch. And of course, my sister being very young, like very young, she was probably like 6 at the time. She wanted to be smart and rhyme. And she was like, hey, witchy bitchy. And oh, my mom was like, hey, I know she didn't mean to swear. She just wanted to rhyme with witch. She didn't think about what she was saying. And my mom was like, oh my God. Oh no. So you looked out the window and thought about all the kids that were breaking the law. I went as a pregnant mom once too. I wore a large robe with a pillow under it. My hair was in a towel and a baby doll in my. That's pretty cool. See you, Denny. Thanks for stopping in. Have a good day. Yeah, I've done a baby before. It wouldn't be hard to dress up like that, Barry. I had fun dressing my daughter up to go trick or treating. Yeah, I loved taking them around, but at the same time, it was kind of annoying because a lot of people don't participate anymore. So there are a lot of houses that don't give out candy anymore. We kind of have to go to different neighborhoods. You know, when I was a kid, we stayed in our own neighborhood and everybody and their brother was giving out candy. Now, if you want them to collect a decent amount of candy, you got to take them to different neighborhoods because there are a lot of houses that do not do it. I don't know. We'll have to see. Got to look at the calendar. The 22nd is a Tuesday. Could probably, I don't know. During the week it's hard because if my husband's home in the evening, I don't do live streams. Yeah, a lot of the churches will do trunk or treats or whatever, and like little, they had to be, you could dress up, but it had to be acceptable. So going to the church event as like some sort of demon was not a good idea. There were usually a lot of pumpkins and things like that that the kids would dress up as, or even a Bible character they would dress up as or whatever. Something friendly. I don't know, the 21st is still a weekday. That's a Monday. And if my husband's home, he might not be. I'd have to double check to see when he goes out of town again. But if it's a weeknight, chances are I can't. Because if he's here, I can't stream. The only time I stream in the evening is when he's not here. Yeah, we would be able to do it then too, because he won't be here Halloween. We can double it, Halloween party, Barry's birthday. Yeah, and I don't like, I mean, back when I was a kid, we didn't have, like, here, it's like 5:30 to 7 is trick-or-treating time. After that, you know, whatever. And I was like, boy, you're trick-or-treating before it even gets dark. Like, how fun is that? And, like, I remember trick-or-treating after dark, and, yeah, the parents would go with you and make sure everybody was safe, but you didn't have to worry. You know, we would trick-or-treat at 9 and 10 o'clock at night, you know. But now it's like the city trick-or-treating hours are 5:30 to 7, and I was like, that just sucks. They take the fun out of it. When I was a kid, my friend's father would give out a whole box of moon pies and a can of pop. And I'm calling them moon pies, but back in Canada, they were wagon wheels. I don't know if anyone calls them wagon wheels around here. It was an entire box of wagon wheels and a can of pop is what we would get for Halloween. He did that kind of thing every year. It was awesome. I loved going to his house. Oh, old schmoll. walking stick so you shake it at people, right? Now listen here, Sonny. Learn something, Barry. I'll keep an eye out. Yeah, we always just stayed in our neighborhood when we were kids because we lived on a really long street. Never, like most of the houses gave out candy, but these days, a lot of people don't participate. So you're going past a lot of dark houses before you get to one that has a light on. So at that rate, then you start having to drive to other areas. That's funny. I think this is a new mom in the wheel. She doesn't really know what she's doing. She's like, I'll do this. We'll try it out. You got to get out. So there we go. Oh, she couldn't. It didn't grow on her yet. Oh, that's cool. Run, run, run. Well, she stops, checks the wheel, and turns, runs again. All right, Fo, have a good day. I was just about to say I'll probably go ahead and wrap it up myself so I can eat something, and I got to get that fish tank cleaned out, or do the water change. and I'll do my breeding video. I'll just continue, just basically continue. We'll just continue watching these mouses do their thing for the breeding video, I guess. Because there's not a whole lot to report on them at this point other than just watching them do their thing. But yeah, I'll just go ahead and end this and get my stuff done and do up my breeding video. So, hope everybody has a good day. Here, hope everybody has a good day, and I will talk with you later.